Alright, I really want to get this oil drained out of here because I know there's water in it and I really don't want that sitting in there, even though it's been sitting there for a long time. I just want to try to get it out if I can. I have a feeling this is on there. Good. Okay. See what happens here. That is tight. I saw that this drain plug was flexing on here, so I am going to switch to this impact and hopefully this will take it. Oh, I know this will take it off. I just hope it's not too violent. There we go. There's the water. Oh my. That's a lot of water. Oh no. Oh no. Why? How did so much water get in here? Oh no. That can't be good. I really don't want to take the plug all the way off because I know it's just going to make a huge mess. But man, that's a lot of water. It's so crystal clear too. It's crazy. That is so much water. It's just all water. There's nothing else in there. How is that possible? It's just completely full of water. That is insane. My oil pan's full of water. I cannot believe that. This is junk. Holy cow. Hey look, a little bit of oil. It's just all water. Well, that's a bummer. There wasn't any oil in there. It was all water. I don't even know how that's possible. Alright, hi everyone. So I'm editing this right now and I've realized that I've missed a lot of different little things while editing. So I never showed underneath the engine with the oil pan off. So I did take the oil pan off and the water did not actually go up and touch the bottom of the crank or anything. It went up and it covered the oil pickup, which you could see is pretty rusty, but it didn't get up into the engine internals at all. So yeah, it's very strange and everything, but that's what happened. And I also cleaned the inside of the oil pan and it's fine as well. So you can see in there, it's actually pretty decent shape. Hey, so I also while I'm editing this right here, I wanted to add in the story of what I think happened with all this water in the engine right here. So when I bought this, the lady that I bought it from told me that her husband had these and he parked them in the building, and there were 3 of them that he had, and he parked all of them in his Morton building. And when he passed away, she ended up getting remarried, and the guy that she remarried did not like these in the building. So one day he pulled all of them out and put them back in the fence line or whatever, and when she got home, she got really upset at him, told him to put them all back. So he took his tractor and pushed them all back in there, kind of ruining them in the process and really banging them up really bad because he just didn't care about them. And my thought is he drained the oil out of the engines of all of them and filled them all with water. That's my thinking. I'm thinking he just didn't fill it up enough with water. I think he just put the garden hose in there and thought it was enough, but it actually didn't fill it up enough to actually hurt it. So that's my theory on this. If you have other theories, let me know, but I don't know how else it could have no oil and only water in the oil pan. Alright, so it's been a little while since the last clip. This engine has been sitting here for probably 2 months now with all of the automatic transmission fluid in the cylinders. So hopefully that has helped free up the engine. I haven't actually tried to turn it over yet. All the electrical on this is all messed up, so I'm not going to try to start it with the starter or anything like that. I think the plan for now is to take this front bib off of here and take the radiator out so I have direct access to the front of the engine and the crank pulley. So I think that'll be the best way to try to spin it over. I really want to get this plow mount off of here, but as you can see, my jacks are using it to hold it up right now, so that thing works nice. I really should use that more. It works really nice. There we go. Alright. Should be completely loose now. I think. Alright, scoot down. So after that we need to pull it out. Good. Alright, let's go down. We did it. We did it. Alright, we got that off of there. Extra bolt laying there. Had to cut that with the plasma cutter, which actually works really nice. I really need to use that more often. But yeah, that was it. This is not factory, so we'll need to cut this off the rest of the way, and also this. That was the other mount, so we'll need to get rid of that as well. But other than that, this actually looks decent up here. And now it's going to be way easier to work on the front of this. Alright, radiator and the shroud should be loose. I think I'm just going to pull, I should probably pull the shroud out first. It's all bent up. There we go. Beautiful. Now, the radiator should just come right out as well. Alright. fan. It's out. There's a lot more room in there now. I don't think this comes out. Oh yeah, I think it's bolted from the bottom, so I could take this out, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna be the way. And the reason I didn't take the bib off is the first nut, or the first bolt I tried to undo, it snapped off because it's rusty. So instead of doing that, I decided just to take the radiator out first. Hopefully that'll give us enough access to the crank that I can try to pry it and have plenty of room. So I think we'll be good now. I can get quite a bit on there. I'll take this fan off and get that out of the way, and then we'll try to crank this over. All right, got that off, got the fan off. I probably should take this accessory belt off, the alternator and water pump belt. All right, so now there's literally nothing holding that engine from spinning except the engine itself. So there is a big nut around the front here. So yeah, there's a big nut on there. I don't know what size that is. So we're gonna try to figure out what size that is, get a socket or something on there, and then try to spin it over. I do have some pretty big sockets. We'll just try the biggest one first. Oh, it probably needs to be a deep well, or maybe not. I actually think the biggest one is not big enough, believe it or not, and that is 1 3/4 inches. It would be hilarious if this wrench worked. I bought this a long time ago. Yeah, it's too big. I've only needed this for one thing, but it was really nice to have it. I don't have anything to fit on there, of course. I mean, I'm not surprised. I do have a custom one here. I made this one a while ago. Hey, that's actually the right size. Crazy. Ugh. Yeah, she's pretty tight. I'm already bending it too. Yeah. All right, it has been a little while since I last recorded, but last I think I showed you, I got this, or no, maybe I didn't show you I got this, but I got this socket that fits on the crank pulley, and then I had to wait another week to get this adapter to actually fit on this because this was too big. I didn't realize it was that size. So now I actually have a breaker bar that I can put on here, but I already got on here and I tried cranking on this a couple times and I could not get it to move at all. So once I found out it was still locked up pretty good, I took all the spark plugs out and I put a bunch of PV Blaster in there, so hopefully that'll help. It's been sitting about a month or two with automatic transmission fluid in all the cylinders, and that's been leaking through. But I just put that in there yesterday. I also put some up here in the valve train through that hole. But honestly, what I'm thinking is going to have to be done is we're going to have to take this head off. I don't really want to, but I don't think I'm going to get this broke free. I also want to go inside and make sure that it's in neutral, just in case maybe the drivetrain isn't holding it locked, but that is a possibility, so I need to go and double check that. I might also put a pipe on this and also try to break it free that way. I haven't tried that yet, so why don't we try that first? That's the easiest thing to do. Set this. Alright, what do we got? So if we come inside here, I don't really want to sit in there because it's disgusting. It's a column shift, so that should be neutral right there. See, if you pull it towards you and up, that would be reverse. Straight down, that's first. Push away from you and up, that would be fourth, or sorry, second. There's no four. And then straight down would be third. So middle, in and out, that should be neutral. So it should be in neutral. Whether the transmission's free or not, I don't know, but it should be neutral there. I don't really know. There's not really anything else I could do other than take the head off. Like there's not really anything else I can do. Like if it won't break free like this, it's probably not going to. So I might work on this a little more and see if I can break it free, but I highly doubt I'm gonna get it. Well, I guess we can take the head off. I kind of probably should get all this hydraulic stuff off here because I'm not going to leave that on there anyway, and it's got these huge hoses running across the whole engine bay here. I don't know if there's anything in that system or not. I assume there probably is, but yeah, I need to get all that stuff off of there. Alright, got all the hoses unhooked, pulling out the valve. This is actually worth some money, so definitely keeping this. And I actually noticed after taking it off, it's a 3-position valve. There's 1, 2, 3, so I could put another lever in the middle here and hook up 2 more lines. So this is a really expensive piece, probably worth, I don't know, a couple $100 I would assume. So that's worth like half the value of the whole thing. Oh, frees up a lot more space in here now. So now you got the hydraulic pump here, and I just gotta get these hoses. I got the reservoir detached, so everything's detached now. It's just a matter of getting all the hoses out of here. This, I believe, is the return line, and then this is the feed line, which this is gonna have fluid in it. I didn't really want to have to unhook it, but it's kind of tangled back in here, so I don't really know best. I might actually, I don't know, I might cut this up here at the top or something, because that reservoir is full of fluid still. I'm just going to cut it. I don't know what else to do. It's going to be messy, but oh well. Okay. That works. Now I can pull this back through there somehow. This has a filter right here, so I was hoping that would kind of keep stuff from coming out, but I might just try plugging that. There we go. It's good to keep those plastic little fittings around from stuff that you take apart. I have a bunch of little fittings, plastic caps and stuff that I save. It really comes in handy for stuff like this. So I put that in there and now it won't leak. Now I should be able to just route it back around. Yeah, that looks really rusty. I mean, that is pretty rusty in there. I could have swore I had this off, but maybe I just cracked it up a little bit and looked underneath and then didn't see the tops of these valves here. I don't know, but this doesn't look good. It's rusty back here too. A couple of them, like these ones, look really nice. But then these ones look awful, so those are probably seized on there. I'm sure the valves are seized. So yeah, I think the only option here is to take this head off. Okay, that's off. Come on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it is split in the middle. That's so weird. I might as well just take these push rods out. It really doesn't matter. That one was almost stuck. Very, very rusty on the bottom. Not a good sign. Ugh. Man, I don't know how I'm gonna lift this up. That's the big thing right this second, but let's get all these head bolts loose and see what happens. So everything's undone. I need to pull it off there somehow, but I have no way to lift this up. This is gonna be way heavier than I'm gonna be able to lift. I'm wondering if I can just kind of lift it up and push it to the side a little bit. Because honestly, I really don't care about it at this point. I don't think this engine's gonna run. I just really want to get off there and see what the block looks like. I did stick this in here after the camera died, and I was able to break it loose. So it's loose on there now. I just have to figure out how to push it over, I guess. Which I guess I really can't because of that oil line. I kind of have to lift it straight up. Ugh. No. Quality. I guess I can get it in here and see if I can try to lift it up and over or something. I don't know. I can kind of see the cylinders now. That doesn't really matter because it's garbage anyway. You know, surprisingly, those cylinders actually look pretty decent. I don't understand why it won't spin. This engine might not be bad. I should probably try to get this all the way off before I make a judgment call, but it just doesn't seem like it's that terrible, but it's hard to say without seeing it and whatever. Oh man, it's so heavy. What are we hitting on? Oh, that's... Oh, that rear cylinder's full of penetrating fluid. So that's probably the one that's seized. I really need to lift this up. I mean, I guess it's just rusty on the head gasket, so that's probably not the worst thing ever. This is the official factory approved way of doing this, just to let you know. Okay. Well, there's that. Your usual wasp nest. How am I going to get this off of here? Alright. Let's just try to coax it this way. Oh. No. I don't know what I'm doing. Honestly, the inside of this doesn't look terrible. The cylinders are smooth and not rusted. It honestly looks like this has been rotating recently. It's so weird. This is very weird. It really is. Just sliding it across that gasket. It's okay. It's not actually hitting the block. So, it's okay. People in the comments, I swear. It's alright. We can rotate this. Perfect. Perfect. Just get it to the front. Alright. Alright, where are we going with it now? How are we doing this? What am I doing? Gonna stand there? Perfect. Exactly what I was hoping for. Still don't know how I'm gonna get it down from here. there. Right there, yep. You know, the valve, the head gasket mating service, it doesn't really matter. It's fine. It's okay. That's how it's supposed to be done. Alright, there we go. Oh, gee. Probably should have made a spot for it. Woo! That'll wake you up. Well, as you can see, this engine just looks like brand new, so no reason for it to not work. So look at these cylinders. Shiny, maybe a couple scratches, but shiny, 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 shiny. That one's full of fluid, but shiny from what you can see. So it really doesn't make sense that this is locked up. Oh, that piston does have a break in the top. There's a little nick out of it around the edge there, so that's not good. That's honestly all I can see though. That one's hard to see because it's still full of fluid, but honestly, that one is probably the reason why it's locked up, because it's not draining out. All the rest of them are, so I think that's the one we need to tap on. Alright, so that rear cylinder is the one we got a problem with. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this down in there and then tap on it. Just a little. Maybe I'll do each one. And now it's just gonna crank right over. Yeah, it's still stuck, surprisingly. It's crazy. I thought that would just really fix it. I should probably get this gasket off of here. It'd probably help. It's really stuck in some spots. There we go. You know, honestly, this gasket was pretty good. There's a couple of spots here where all the material's gone, but who knows what could have caused that. There's a lot of silicone right here though. Yeah, who knows, but honestly these cylinders look good. That piston's bad, but I'm trying to think that might break it free, but those are loose. That one's loose. That one's loose. I honestly think that back one's the only one that's actually stuck. Spray a little in the corners and then hit it with this hammer. Maybe it'll free it up. Or not. If we can get this thing freed up, I'm still going to try to start it, but just not looking great. It moved a little. It moved. It definitely moved. I felt it move. I felt it move. just pulled the engine off of the engine mount. What in the world? It moved more. I saw the piston move. There it goes. It moved. It moved. It moved. Holy cow. It moved. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. There it goes. Just gonna keep it rotating. Maybe I should wipe all the junk off of this cylinder real quick. I'll top that center. And then once it goes back down, I'll dump some more in. Let's get this going more. There we go. Holy cow, I can't believe I got it freed. I'll put a ratchet on this. Hopefully it'll make it easier. Hopefully it'll still be able to turn it. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely getting easier now. We made a whole rotation. Oh yeah. Oh, way easier. Bam! So this cylinder is, or this piston here is the one that had the chip out of the top. You can see right at the top there, that's exactly where that chip was. So it was running with that chip in it before. So that being the case, I think what I'm going to try to do, since it's rotating now, it only makes sense to me to clean the surface up, get a new head gasket, put the head back on. I guess I am going to need to free up these valves, the rocker arm here. These aren't valves. Free up these rocker arms. That's going to take a little bit of doing, but I can take all that apart and clean it all up as best I can. And then hopefully we can get something done there. But I think that'll probably be the next thing I do, is clean that up. At least we got the engine rotating, which is a huge milestone. Honestly, these cylinders don't have any rust in them at all, which is pretty amazing. I don't understand how. I guess it was stored inside, so it didn't really get wet or anything, except for the water that was inside of it. But this video's taken months to do. This video's been very long in the making, so I think this is a good stopping point for this one. If you are really interested in this project and you like what you're seeing, you can subscribe and you can hit the little notification button and you'll get notifications when I post more videos. I don't know when the next one will be on this. I'm going to probably keep working on it now that I actually made some progress. And this gives me some hope. There's a chance that we might be able to get this going. So we're going to need to... Honestly, the valves and stuff look fine. I'm going to make sure none of them are stuck or anything, which I don't think they are. The carburetor we're definitely going to need to go through because it's a real mess. But this is at least some hope. This year, for this winter anyway, my goal would be to get this to run. If I could get this to run, that would be a huge win. So stay tuned and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.